Hi everybody, this is Em from DIYM. I'm just following up with a video that I did showcasing these Tempera paint sticks. I did a sped up version of me swatching these guys, and I just wanted to show you the slow down version of the swatches in case you guys wanted to check out the process behind that, because swatching is not exactly my go-to for doing things. Sometimes I just like to swatch a little bit on a random piece of paper before I apply something, but in this case I felt like it was actually necessary to swatch out all the different paint sticks. And the actual colors themselves, you're going to notice in this video, I'm going to talk about it a little bit, but you're going to notice that in the video, a lot of the colors don't match up, and also the colors don't have numbers on the sticks directly. So I just wanted to show you the process of how I sort of figured out what the colors were. I'm not going to lie, spoiler alert, it was really not that easy. It was very difficult, and I don't even know if I have the colors matching or right, because I actually rearranged the colors later in this video as well. I'm not sure if the colors were in the order of how they're packaged, and I probably should have paid attention to that maybe, but I didn't. So anyways, this was me guessing what the colors are and trying to match things up as much as I could. So I hope you guys like this video anyways. Yeah, you can check out the slowed down real-time version of this video. There's a couple of sped up things here and there because it's a long process. It took me a couple of hours to do. I wanted to speed things up for you guys as well. In case you haven't seen that video for the Tempera sticks, I will link the link down below for that and the rest of the series, and I hope you guys enjoy that. Okay, so that's pretty much that. On to the video. Okay, so first, before I start this video, I'm going to bring out this. I got this glass mat. It's magnetic, so it has these magnets. They kind of came on there really tightly, so I put them on this so that they weren't on there tightly. But yeah, I'm going to use this as, I'm going to use this twice. I'm not going to use this for the envelope punch, but I'm going to use this for the fuse tool as well. But I'm also using this for the Tempera paint sticks, just so I can maybe mix some water. I've got a couple things of water here, one for dirty water and for clean water, and I'm just going to bring out some paintbrushes here as well. I probably won't use this right now. I'm going to put these magnets aside here. But yeah, I'm going to definitely use this to protect my surface here a little bit. I think the Tempera paint sticks, as far as I know, I haven't used them yet, so I'm going to do a test sheet as well, but I think they're quite dry. I'm going to put this mixed media. This is a mixed media pad that I got forever ago at my old art store. So I used to work at Desairs a long time ago, and Desairs joined forces with Fabriano to make this mixed media pad. And Fabriano, they have their paper made in Italy. They're actually a really good brand as far as I'm concerned anyways. But yeah, these guys are 9x12 sheets, so I might cut these down to 8.5x11 really quickly. But I want to do a swatch of these paints as they're dry and as they're wet. I'm going to do a line and then blend them out with some water so that I can see what they look like when they're dry and wet. So I'm also going to use these for playing around itself. So I'm going to make some backgrounds for cards, right? I'm just going to mix them if they can be blended out with water, which I'm not honestly sure because I didn't really see much on the site about that. But if they can be blended out with water, which I hope that they are able to do, then I will make watercolor-like stuff. So for those of you who don't know, Tempera is also gouache, which are kind of like watercolor with a little bit of chalk in it to make it a lot more opaque. So I'm not sure if these sticks are creamy or anything like that, but I will tell you the consistency. I'm actually really excited to play with these because I used to play with kind of more like gel sticks. I think they felt like you're drawing with a really creamy lipstick, so that was kind of neat. So I don't know if these are going to be the same or if they're going to be a little bit drier or what the consistency is. Some people have described it as playing with glue sticks. I don't really love the feel of glue sticks, so I'm going to see if it's closer to playing with lipstick on paper. I don't know. I did that back in the day when I was a kid. I think I used my mom's lipstick to play on paper. You know, you're a little artist, you're just experimenting with everything and whatnot. So anyways, I'm gonna cut these down real quickly to 8.5x11 sheets of paper, okay? Just so this will fit in my binder a little bit easier, because I've got a swatch and art recipes binder that I like to put things like that in, right? Sometimes it's really good to swatch your stuff. All right, so I get to play with this now. So there's all of the colors on the back here. I'm gonna see what works and what doesn't, okay? I literally haven't opened this, guys. I'm doing this for the first time with you. Got a box cutter here. Oh, this is gonna be so much fun to play with. I'm so excited. Oh my god, they're so fun. Okay. So there's 36 Tempera colors. I'm just wondering if I should put them in some sort of rainbow order. Okay, I'm gonna probably put one of these aside so I can play with this guy. I think there's metallics and neons in here too, which is really cool. They don't actually have numbers on these, so that's annoying and unfortunate. So one's a bright white and then one's a metallic white, so I'm probably gonna see as soon as I take the lid off. How do I take these off? Kids are supposed to take this off? This is supposed to be for kids? Oh my god, why is this so hard to take off? Well, that's the first problem here that I'm having. Are they all like this? Oh, that one's so easy to take off. Okay, so it's just that white doesn't want to come off easily. Wow, it's so hard to get off. Oh, finally. Okay, this looks like it might have some sparkles in it, so this might actually be the metallic white. I'm afraid to put that back on, so I'm just gonna leave that off just slightly here. What's this? Is this regular white? This doesn't look like it has any... Oh, so you can sort of use it like glue for sure. I don't know if the consistency is like glue, but you can twist it up like a glue stick. But yeah, this doesn't look like it has sparkles in it, so I think this is just the regular white here. So, ooh. Oh wow, it's so creamy, guys. This is kind of like using... Oh, this is actually really fun. This is kind of like using a lipstick. Apparently it's supposed to dry really, really quickly. I'm gonna put that back down mostly in there before I put that back on. This is the worst because I can't really see how it blends out very well on this paper because it's white. I should get some paper towel. Anyways, there's the one white. I'm gonna start labeling things too. So I think this is bright white, so 5007. And you guys know I have horrible handwriting and I'm sorry. I'll just keep on going here. I'll do this metallic white later. I should probably label these too somehow, just so I know what's what here and to know what I've done as well. Okay, I just got a Studler 0.05 as well. So I'm probably just gonna take these little guys here and then I'm just gonna write on them because they don't have numbers for some reason. I don't know why. It's not printed on here. These are from Amazon. I just asked for these from Amazon. I'm just gonna stick them right on the top. Whenever I figure out what they are, I'm going to write their little numbers down, okay? And that'll also tell me what I've used, because I'm going to try to do this in some sort of rainbow order if I can. This looks metallic-y. Let me see. That looks very sparkly. That looks like neon. Okay, this looks almost like a butter. Is this a lemon yellow? I don't even know what this one is. Daisy yellow? Doesn't seem to say on here. Let me see. Okay, well anyways, I'm going to just use this guy. But yeah, they're supposed to dry quickly. Yeah, I don't know which one this is, but I'm going to assign it a color if I don't know what it is. I can't figure it out right away from the chart. Can I spread this a bit? Maybe? Very fascinating. Alright, well, I'm going to call this the Daisy Yellow because it looks like the latest yellow, to be honest. S019. I really don't know which one it is. It says it's non-toxic. I'm not sure. It's hard to say, guys. Let's just say it's that. I'm going to go with this one, and this is probably the Sun Yellow. Yeah, this doesn't have any sparkles in it. I'm gonna say this is the Sun Yellow, but I really don't know. Ooh, this is a lot brighter. This looks kind of metallic-y, actually. Oops, I don't know why I keep putting things back when I haven't even labeled them yet, but anyways. Interesting. It doesn't really spread out the color too much. It's still fun to play with. They can blend it slightly, I think. Oh, I'm forgetting to put stuff down. Okay, here. S003. This is a lot more work to do swatches than I would like, because normally these things say what's what. Yeah, it's weird. Maybe these are just later, so it's hard to tell what's what, but anyways, I'm gonna put down what's what here, what I think is what anyways. So this I think is Daisy Yellow, and then Sun Yellow is, whoops, I already screwed up. Sun Yellow S003. Doing things backwards. Well, I'll white that out later. I can probably do it with this bright white. That's the metallic white. Okay, yeah, I think I'll do orange next. This must be juicy orange? Yeah, I think this is the only other orange, so juicy orange, so this is probably an orange juice kind of color. Oh, these are honestly really fun to play with. They're very, very spreadable, very creamy. I don't know, I really like them a lot. But yeah, they can be water activated, so that's really cool. I think the darker the pigments, the easier it is to spread that and make it almost like a watercolor. Juicy orange, S006. Next, red. Ooh, look at this red. This is vibrant. A very fun red. This feels like I'm actually playing with lipstick right now. Ooh, look at that. That's fun. I like that one. Oh, I'm going to coat it. Actually, first I'm going to do a little spreading before it dries. Ooh, look at that. That's nice when it gets a little transparent. So fun, guys. I can't wait to actually play with these properly. This is Ravish Red. Perfect name for it, because it looks kind of like lipstick to me. S001. I love the juicy, vibrant colors. Is this supposed to be the neon red? Oh, this is very metallic-y. Ooh, fancy. That's gonna be fun to play with too. I'm so excited about the metallic-y stuff. Yeah, so I think a lot of this is metallic-y stuff. I'm just gonna try to go with, this is the rainbow order. So these fun pinks. So this looks like the deep pink maybe? Looks almost purpley in tone, to be honest. Maybe I'll save that. Ooh, maybe I'll do this one. Rose Armor, I think it's called. So I'm gonna call this Rose Armor S032. So this is going to be the next pink to test out here. This is the deep pink, I think. Let me see. It has a very purpley tone to it. Ooh, I like that. Oh, this is very metallic-y though. I was not expecting that to be metallic-y. Oh, I should have looked at it. It is a little sparkly. Okay. Yeah, that must be the deep pink. I don't know. It has a very cool look to it. Very metallic-y. Was not expecting to do the metallics there. I feel like I need to put the metallics with the metallics. That's really pretty though. Deep pink. I don't really love swatching because it's such a process, but I think it needs to be done for these things specifically. Some things don't fully match up, and I just want to make sure I know what's what, and the numbering system is going to help me, I think, when I'm referencing this to see what looks things give with water applied or not. Okay, and then next I'm going to do some purples. Let's see, is this a metallic-y color? Well, this looks metallic-y. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one for the metallics. This one doesn't look as metallic-y. I'm gonna look at this though. Is this metallic at all? I think this one might be the soap purple. Okay, so I'm gonna do this deeper purple first, and then go into lighter blues, and then I'll rotate through the darker blues there. So this metallic purple, I'm just gonna put aside with this metallic white for now. So this one, I wonder if this is violet blush. These are really fun. It's honestly more fun than using crayons. I don't love crayons. I find that they're really grainy. This isn't exactly rainbow order though, I don't think, but anyway, I was trying to do it. Sometimes it doesn't work out very well. Oh, look at that though. When it spreads out, it's really pretty. I think it's purple haze. I'm just gonna say it's purple haze. Keep going further and further out for some reason, but anyways. So that's gonna be good. So I know what's what, and when I pull it out, I can match up the number with this chart. Okay, I'll just put that up there. And I'm gonna do this purple here. I'm probably gonna put this purple down here because it's more metallic stuff. That's where that stuff's gonna be. You know what? I'm gonna switch out. I'll see if I can put that somewhere too because that's kind of sparkly as well. Is this one gonna be hard to get off? Nope, we're good. So I think this one's a soap purple. I'm trying to figure what the violet blush is. I think this metallic one might be the violet blush. And then there's a neon purple. Oh yeah, it's almost like periwinkle. I like that. I think that's really pretty. So I think this is soap purple. Looks kind of like soap, I guess. It's like a light color. S050. So we'll go into blues now. And then I can go into greens after that. This looks like a good one. It's not sparkly or anything. So this one's probably... I don't see this blue at all on this chart. I'm really having to make up stuff as I go here. What blue on this chart is there? There's like no light blues here. Is this chill blue? It can't be chill blue. There's so many blues too. This blue, I think this is a metallic blue, but I'm not sure. There's this neon blue. There's an ocean blue. All right, I'm gonna call this one chill blue, even though it doesn't look anything like chill blue. Nothing like it. I just don't know what else to call it right now because it's really strange. Oh, I have to still add some water to this. Okay, I'll just do that in a second. So chill blue S004, and then we'll just add some water here. Kind of like a hazy blue. This is actually quite nice. They're all really nice. What other blues we have? This looks like a metallic, as I said. So let me see. Yeah, it's metallic. So I'm gonna switch that with this guy. Let's see if this is metallic or not. Nope, this one's not a metallic. This one, is this ocean blue? This one might be ocean blue because it's got... It doesn't look like the colors at all when it comes to the blue. This looks so dark. I wonder if this is supposed to be ocean blue, actually. This might be actually ocean blue. So this guy, which one's this one? This one actually might have been the chill blue. There's no light blue, though. This looks like a turquoise. Oh, is this a deep cyan? This might be deep cyan. Again, that doesn't look like the color at all, so... This is a tough one. Or maybe this is deep cyan? Oh my god, I don't even know. This is rough. It's hard to tell what's what here. Is this supposed to be teal? Oh my god, I don't even know. I'm tempted to not number some of these things because I'm probably going to find the actual color that is supposed to be later. It's just interesting to see the different pigments reacting too. Alright, well, what am I gonna do here? I'm gonna call this deep cyan, even though it doesn't look anything like that on the chart. I don't even know. But it looks more cyan in reality. Okay, S018. I'm hoping that this is what this is. We'll see. If not, I'm just going to start assigning colors. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. Okay, and then I'm gonna do just one more blue down here. This blue here. This doesn't look metallic-y to me. Let's see if there's any other metallics and I can switch this out or something. Whoa, look at that deep blue. That's nice. Yeah, I think this one's the ocean blue. It looks like the ocean, actually. These are so fun to play with. I can't wait to actually play with them properly. I need some sort of order here. Wow, look at how beautiful and bright that is. Whoa, that is so pretty. If you're doing mermaidy cards or something, that's so fun. Okay, I'm gonna call this one ocean blue because that's what it looks like. It looks like the ocean. S051. Hopefully this helps you guys with figuring out what's what here. I really don't know. Again, I'm just guessing, but if you have the set and you're just guessing as well, you're not alone. You're not alone, guys. Is this? I feel like this is metallic-y. This might be the teal glitter. Let me see. No, this might be just teal. Okay then, never mind. Okay, I'm gonna go all the way back up here. I'm gonna start with some greens going down. So I guess I'll do this teal. I'm pretty sure that's what this one is. I think this is just teal. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I think this is teal. I'm just gonna speed this up a lot when we're doing this video. Teal S028. Okay, hopefully that's right. Is this the lime green? Oh yeah, this is very lime. Okay. Quite bright. Alright. Lime green S047. Swatching is a lot. There's another green here. This might be green grass. Ooh, this one's also metallic-y. Okay. So many metallic. Maybe this is the green grass one. Let me see. This might be green grass. Yeah, this looks more like a grass tone. S002. Getting down there. Okay, so I did a lot of these guys already. Oh, this might be the jade one. Is this jade? Jade ore, I think. Ooh, this one's interesting. Looks almost like brown in tone. Okay, I might do that one. Unless there's another green that I should be doing. What's this one? Oh, this is another green. Okay. Maybe I'll call this one Canna green. Is this one grass green? Is this supposed to be grass green? No, I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I don't like that because I want these guys kind of switched around a little bit, but stuff happens sometimes. Okay, what's that one gonna be called? I'm gonna call this one Kona Green, even though I don't even know. That's what I'm gonna call it though. S049. I'll just put that there for now. And then there's this green that looks almost browny in tone. Interesting. Is this the jade one? This looks almost like a jade color, to be honest. It's not metallic-y like jade, though, but I'm gonna call this jade ore. Oh, I forgot to... Here, let's just wet both of these guys. When they dry quite a bit, it's harder to blend them out. Can do it, it's just harder to, that's all. Interesting colors, interesting colors. It's almost like a khaki-ish color. Okay, so this one is... I'm gonna call this one jade ore. S033. Yeah, they really need to number their stuff so it's a little easier to swatch with this system, right? Is this brown? What is this? What is this guy? What is this color? Is this metallic? This is not metallic. I have no idea what this is. It looks like a tan color. Is there something that looks like tan? Maybe this is rust brown? I'm not sure. Not really that rusty. It's more like a tan color. I'm gonna call it rust brown though, because I think there's got to be another metallic. There's a couple of metallic-y colors here, so I don't know what's what here. I'm gonna call it rust brown. S009. And then this looks like a regular brown. Yeah, this doesn't look sparkly really. So that might be the coffee brown. Ooh, look at that. It looks like chocolate. Oh, I want to eat that. That looks so good. Oh, that looks good. That looks great. That's a really fun color right there. I like that. And I'm not a coffee drinker at all. So coffee brown, S048. all of these guys, do they all have stuff on them? Did I bring them all out? Yeah, okay, cool. So I'm done one of these already, sort of. Oh, this actually looks, is this the metallic black? I'm gonna switch that with this one. Yeah, this is the matte black. So this one's probably still gray, and this one's probably the jet black. Okay, so jet black, I'm gonna move over here. I'm not going to swatch this one out with the water because I didn't want that in there. I'm just gonna put an X beside it. Yeah, I'll probably put an X beside this deep pink one as well. So I'll just do this, X, and then the deep pink is kind of metallic-y, so I'll just do that. But I might write what this is though up here. So this is steel gray S043, and then the sky is going to be the jet black S008. I'm going to do the number for this steel gray S043. I'm gonna try not to mistake these two. I'll put this on the metallic sheet. All right, so okay, at the top I'm just gonna put, the title of this is Tempera paint sticks, 36 colors, and then matte colors. Okay, all right, so this is the matte colors with the occasional metallic-y ones slipping in here because I wasn't paying attention well enough, but that's okay. I'm going to switch out. Alright, this is the metallic white. So I'm gonna actually, I'll just label this. So this is Tempera paint sticks, metallic and neons. So these are more like the specialty colors here. Yeah, this has a bit of a sparkle to it. Metallic white. Yeah, I can actually see this one on the paper. Neat color. Get some clean water here. Not that you can really see too much when it's spread out here, but I'm gonna try anyways. You can sort of see it a little bit. And metallic white S046. Alright, got some more metallic colors here. So, okay, I started with yellows. Ooh, yeah. So this is, I'll do some of the neons last maybe. So this is, ooh, look at that. That's really cool. I like these metallic-y colors here. They're really fun. Alright. This actually might be lemon yellow. Well, I'm gonna call it lemon yellow. Why not? This is lemon yellow. This could have been sun yellow too, but whatever. That's 045. The other orange is neon orange, so we'll do all the neons and stuff later. This red is metallic red, I believe. Yeah, this is a metallic red. So there's ravish red, and then there's, is there any other reds? I'm gonna have to see what other reds there are here. Ooh, fun. Alright, what red is this? So this pink here, I'm gonna do this one again because this one wasn't supposed to be over there. Deep pink. I'm gonna do this purple, metallic-y purple. Oh, look at that, that's pretty. I'm gonna call it purple blush. That's really pretty. No, is it violet blush? That one might be violet blush. The names kind of don't matter. I just want to tell the difference between them a little bit so I can figure out what's what when I'm labeling things. I'll just call this one violet blush. S005. Very pretty. And then water really brings up the sparkles quite a bit. Alright, we'll do this blue. Whoa, look at this beautiful blue here. Is this the ocean blue? Do I already have this one? Oh, I already did this one. Sorry guys. It's so confusing. Can I mix this? Okay, so this is metallic. This is not. Okay, I'm just gonna put an X beside this one. Okay, this metallic. I haven't done this. Oh, there we go. This is beautiful. There, this is what I'm talking about right here. I don't know what blue this is. I really don't know what blue this is. What do you guys think of that one? That one's nice. I don't like how things are out of order sometimes. You have to swatch things sometimes. It's really, really rough. I think I'm gonna leave this one. I'll leave this one out for now because I really don't know what to call it at the moment. It's very beautiful though. I'll see what's left over out of everything and then I'll call it that. So I really don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go to green. I'll leave some room just so I can write some name down here. Very pretty. This one might be teal glitter actually. Let's see what this one has. Oh no, I already have this one. This guy here. This one here, I'm gonna call, this is the Kona green. Okay. I'm gonna X this off of here because this is more metallic-y here. 049. And so this one is going to be the teal glitter. Teal glitter S044. As an artist, I don't want to be making up colors as I go. This is just crazy. And I still have to name that one, but I'll figure that one out later. What haven't I done? I haven't done these colors. I'm gonna do this one as well. So these are more of the neons down here, so I'll do those guys last. All right, so now I'm gonna do the metallics. I'll start with, this looks like, is this brass? Brass, gold plate, and silver plate. So this is brass here. Oh yeah, that totally looks like brass. Okay. I'll do gold plate. Okay, I'll leave some room so I can write stuff. And then I'll do silver plate in the black up there. So I'm just gonna do this first. Brass S030, and then gold plate. Oops, sorry. Gold plate first. S014. Okay, I'm just gonna rearrange some stuff here. Okay, so everything's all over the place. It's crazy. So then up here, I'll do, this is a silver plate one. And then I already did this one, but I'm going to do it again. This belongs on this sheet, I think. Oops, I did this very close to the other one. I didn't mean to do that. That's okay. I'll just write stuff down first before I spread the color. So silver plate, S015. And then this is steel gray, S043. And then I'm gonna spread this with water. I know it's already kind of dried by now, but let's just try it. Okay. I still have to figure what this guy is. I'll name that eventually later. Alright, let's do all the neons. Okay. Neon yellow. Whoa, so neon. Very, very neon. It's pretty obvious that that's the neon. Neon yellow S021. Is this the only one that's not metallic in here? I think so. Okay, I'm gonna switch this over here and this over here. We'll do that. Okay, cool. That makes a little bit more sense. I will rearrange this in a second too. So let's do orange. It's clearly neon orange. Neon orange. S034. Sounds like a highlighter color. Alright, this is neon pink, I believe. Is there a neon pink? Whoa, it's so bright. It's gotta be a neon pink. Where are you, neon pink? Is this supposed to be the neon red? No, it can't be. This is a neon pink. Why doesn't it say neon pink? Is there not a neon pink here? This is crazy. This is so weird. Okay, so yellow and orange, red, purple, and blue. Is this supposed to be neon red here? Then what red is this? Wow. Oh, maybe this one's the copper red. Maybe this is copper. Okay, well, I'm going to change out. This seems weird that it's called neon red, but whatever. Let's just call this neon red for now, I guess. So this one might actually be copper. So I'll just S029. And then this is neon red, whatever. Even though it's clearly pink. I'm just gonna do this. Red. S035. Alright, cool. So annoying. I guess this is actually neon purple. Whoa, look how bright that is. That's fun. I just wanted to get a huge range of colors. A lot of these are very bright, which are probably gonna be really fun. Most people like to use neons for Halloween. Neon purple. S036. I always want to display things nicely. We'll do that. So these are the metallics and neons here. Okay. Neon blue, I guess. This is neon blue. Whoa. Okay. And then this is also the last one. Neon green. Wow. The colors are so vibrant for these neons here, eh? It's so crazy that this one's called red instead of pink, because it totally looks like a pink. Neon blue, neon green, S038, and then S037. Okay, let's get this. I haven't really seen a lot of neon blues look like actual neon. This is probably the closest I've ever seen to a neon blue, but it still looks almost like a sky blue or something. So it's interesting. Okay, and then I'll just quickly label these guys, and then I'll see what I can label this one as in just a second. Okay, almost done, guys, finally. And then let's see what the only remaining color is that I haven't actually named. I think it's the royal purple, but that doesn't make sense to me. I feel like a lot of the purples are different colors. Okay, I think this is actually royal purple. Royal purple, S013. Okay, what do I feel is the actual purple haze? I think the soap purple is this one. I'm gonna call this one chill blue. Yeah, okay, so this one is actually, everything's all messed around. Okay, let's try this. So soap purple, this one here, I'm gonna call, this one's gonna be purple haze. This is chill blue. 5004. Okay, so then I just have to do some rearranging here, so. Yeah, I think I already changed everything around, so I think it should be good. I know that it's kind of annoying because I'm just gonna rearrange these really, really quickly. Something along those lines. I know that this blue probably should be over here, closer to... Alright, okay. Anyway, I'll just rearrange it like that. I'll clean this up and then I'll do some cool backgrounds. But yeah, so these are the colors. The purples are a little mixed up, but these are the colors. I tried to match them up as best as I could. And then this is some of them with water added. I'm just gonna let some of these dry. I'll probably keep these guys out just because I'm going to be using them soon. But I'm gonna put these guys away in my binder just so I can reference them. But I'll probably reference them first before I actually do that. So I'll just put these aside for now. Just let them dry. And then I'll just clean up in the meantime, okay? Okay, so just cleaned up a little bit, had some lunch. So I have all these swatched out with, I think I have the names down now, but I don't know. It's really hard to tell what's what, but at least I have them labeled, which is really good. Each one has a number on it, so I can tell what's what, and I can match it to the swatch, which is really cool. This is really awesome, even without adding water to it. These are really nice and metallic-y. Like, look at that gold. That's nice too, right? But even just like some of these blues and stuff. This is obviously not a metallic blue. It's over here. I just accidentally swatched it. I didn't mean to. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys what I did with the swatches. I just made them neater. As you know, I don't love my handwriting, as I probably stated already in this video. Plus, because I had so many mistakes in switching things around, I thought that I needed to make things a little bit neater. So what I did was took the original swatch that I just did, that you guys just saw, and then I cut things down. Obviously, things are, because I swatch things with water and organically, things are sometimes of like different widths and things, right? This I actually ended up cutting because they were actually near the end and I was doing things about the same length, I guess, here. So I just ended up cutting things pretty much the exact same length here. But yeah, you can do whatever you want, obviously, if you're doing something like this. I personally just wanted to neaten this up so I could actually read things a little bit better. So this is some of the mistakes that I made, but as you can see, this is just the leftover stuff that I'm going to throw out most likely. But yeah, if you also wanted to, you don't have to necessarily do this. This is just getting really into perfectionist territory, I guess. But you could always, at the top, because I always put the color and the number below what the actual swatch is. So if you wanted to, at the top, you could put something like dry and wet if you're doing a dry wet medium. We'll talk about how you could do it. Basically, I always feel like if you do watercolor pencils, you can do them 3 different ways. So you can do them dry, wet, like I did here, adding water to it. Or if you wanted to, you can wet the paper. You could probably do that with this as well, to be honest. But if you wanted to, you can wet the paper first and then draw, and then things bleed a little bit more. So I don't really recommend dipping the actual sticks or a watercolor pencil, crayon, or something like that in water first, because then that sort of disintegrates things a little bit more and it just becomes mushy and not fun to draw with. But yeah, I do recommend maybe if you're going to do something similar to that, maybe wetting the paper and then just drawing with that. And that, as I said, it gives a finer line, but it sort of bleeds a little bit. So it's just kind of a fun, different thing you can do if you do use some sort of dry to wet mediums. But yeah, if you wanted to, as I said, you can put dry and then wet, dry and wet, or something like that along the top. Again, not necessary. I'm not doing it just because I know you can sort of see things are a little dry here, and then you can see that there's almost like a watercolor effect going on here. So it's pretty obvious. But yeah, if you're really into labeling stuff, you could totally do something like that. Also, if you really want to make things a lot neater, you can cut things down to a certain length. But as I said, I kind of wanted to show most of, at least, the color as much as I could when I was cutting things down. So I did what I could. Some things are a little bit thin and then thick here, but I tried to make things as straight as possible as I could. But yeah, there's certain things that I ended up trimming in kind of a weird way. But other than that, I think it looks pretty neat and a lot more professional. But yeah, again, you do not have to do that. You could have left it the way it was technically, but I felt like because I've made so many mistakes, even just trying to figure out the names, I just felt like it was just a little bit easier to neatify this whole thing. And also, as you know, as I said, I do not love my handwriting, so that's another thing. But yeah, so what I normally do with swatches, I'm not going to show you guys right now on camera, but anyways, this is what I do with swatches. I normally normally put them in my, I think I already said this in this video as well, but I wanted to just state this again. I put this in my Swatch art recipes book. I think I may have showed you guys some recipes when I was doing the scratch and sniff stickers that I made on my channel. I'll link the link down below for that in case you guys are interested in that video, but I do have recipes for when I basically mix some food powders with embossing powders to get the scratch and sniff effect. So I wanted to make sure I had the recipes down so I can get a nice smell to it and also a nice color to the stickers that I have, if that makes sense. So I just wanted to show what percentage of what was see-through and what gave a nicer smell. So I had different examples of what I used and wrote out the recipe. So I could have totally neatened that up. I didn't really do that in that video, but I just wanted to show you what you can do in case you want things to look a lot more neat and professional when you're doing swatches. I've seen also people do squares or circles or whatever. You do you, whatever you feel comfortable with. I just felt this was good to divide up between two sheets of paper as well. So this is just the matte colors, and then this is the metallics and neon specialty colors. Yeah, I really like, you can sort of see the shine on some of these when I can tilt it in the light, right? Pretty neat. But yeah, I really liked how these turned out. But yeah, hopefully, I'm not sure exactly when I'm posting this, if I'm going to post this a little bit after or a lot after the series. It might be a little bit after the series. We'll see what I'm doing. I just figured I would show you guys the swatches and the struggle that I kind of went through. As you know, it was pretty long trying to pick all the colors and try to figure out what all the colors names were. It was a difficult thing to do, but I think it's really, really necessary to actually swatch your materials, especially if you don't really know much about how they're going to look or react, because sometimes it's a little easier to make an art piece when you know, especially with really, really bright colors like this, it's easier to make an art piece when you know what they look like, dry or wet, whatever you're using. Or even say if you're adding a texture to a medium, there's all sorts of different things you can do for swatches. When things like this are in a binder, I don't really know how light fast these colors actually are, but if the light hits a color for a long period of time, things can fade. So it's good to have stuff like this in a book just so that they're protected. If you want to, you can do acid-free stuff as well, but I don't think that that's really necessary. I'm just going to put them in a plastic protectant sleeve. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please give me a like, subscribe if you haven't done that yet, and share the video with people that enjoy swatch stuff. I think that these tempera paint sticks are a really, really fun medium to play with. I really, really enjoyed it, and thanks to my husband for buying those for my birthday. Yeah! I hope you liked his presents too, but yeah, I really, really enjoyed playing around with this, and at least this way now anybody can easily play and see what all the colors are. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So hopefully you guys like that, and have a good one. Take care. Bye! Happy crafting and happy swatching.